In this video, we will show how to replace the LED strips in this 55-inch Vizio TV. Remove the screws and the back cover off the TV. Before removing the back cover, gently lift it up and disconnect this cable. Remove the screws and the speakers and these black plastic clips from the back of the TV. You will also need to disconnect the wire connections on the main board from the speakers. Remove the screws along the bezel. You will need to do this around the entire TV. Remove the IR sensor and disconnect the cable to it. Flip up the tabs and disconnect the ribbon cables. Gently remove the buffer boards on the bottom of the TV. Loosen them from the tabs that hold them in place. After you have removed all the screws around the bezel, lift and remove it from the TV. If it feels tight, check for screws and then remove them. Using a small piece of plastic, slide it along underneath the TV panel between the panel and the chassis. Flip up the buffer boards and tape them to the TV panel, and then remove the TV panel with suction cups. Release the filter frame around the TV chassis and then remove it. There are small clips that you can put your fingernail underneath and press up that will release the filter frame. Lift up the layers of diffusion and wrap tape around two of the corners. This will help keep them together and in the proper order. These layers of diffusion are held down by some clips. These clips come up into the layers, so you might need to walk around and gently remove them and release them from those clips. Lift and remove the layers of diffusion. Rather than removing the reflector sheet, we recommend cutting out the white sheet over the LED strips to make it easier to remove them and then less of a chance that you will damage the reflector sheet. Using a blade, slide it along the LED strips to cut out the sheet. Be careful not to cut any wires or areas that should not be cut. We are just showing this process on one of the LED strips. Repeat this process on all of them to replace them all. Remove the screws that hold the LED strip to the chassis. Then lift and slide the LED strip out. We recommend using double-sided tape. This will help hold the LED strip in place and will also hold the reflector sheet down to the chassis. We put one piece on each side of the LED strip. Take the LED strip and slide it into the clip, and then gently press the LED strip onto the double-sided tape and the chassis. We are also showing the process of reinserting the screws to hold the LED strip to the chassis. Align the reflector sheets on the tabs and then remove the tape once they are properly aligned. Reinstall the filter frame. Firmly press it down into position to secure it to the TV chassis. Reinstall the TV panel. Remove the tape and flip down the buffer boards back into position. Slide the buffer boards back into the clips that hold them in position. Reinstall the TV bezel. Reinstall the screws that hold the TV bezel to the chassis. Reconnect the ribbon cables. Reconnect the IR sensor. Make sure you have installed all the screws around the TV bezel. Reinstall the speakers and be sure to reconnect the wires from the speakers to the main board. Reinstall the plastic clips. Reconnect the wire underneath the back cover. Reinstall the screws to secure the back cover to the TV chassis.